Good morning, welcome to another episode of Crime Pays by the Dozen. I'm down here in Tasmania at 44 degrees south latitude in a climate that feels like that of Western Washington to show you the tallest flowering plant in the world, the tallest angiosperm in the world, Eucalyptus regnans. So let's go check it out. See, there's a young one right there. See that? Most eucalyptus have dimorphic leaves. The leaves when they're young are different from the leaves on mature trees. So anyway, there you go. Eucalyptus regnans right there. Look at those beautiful glaucous blue leaves. Of course, filled with the volatile oils. One of 900 species in the genus Eucalyptus in the guava family Myrtaceae, which is so dominant down here in Australia, as well as going on up into New Guinea and what the shit. Look at this whole just rock outcropping, just covered in ferns. You got the Dicksonia tree ferns, you got polypodiums, all kinds of interesting shit down here. Okay, lichens on everything. Temperate rainforests. You like temperate rainforests? Yeah, lichens and moss on everything. Look at it. What a fluffy little lichen. Geology here seems to be mudstone. So, old marine sediments. You like the shales? Oh, who do we got here? Hornyforliverworts.com. That's a bumper sticker that probably doesn't exist yet. Look at these. Look how slimy. Everything's so wet. Everything is so goddamn wet. What's this? Acina? Rosaceae? Little trailing Acina. Of course, here we got the southern sassafras. Okay? Which actually does contain saffrole. It does smell like root beer. All right, Atherospermataceae is the family. Atherosperma machatum is the species, and it's in Laurales, okay, which is the avocado, bay tree, and sassafras order. Of course, you see over here, we just got our fern dungeon, okay, just a general Dicksonia tree fern dungeon. All right, every time I'm in these forests, okay, the last couple days, I just haven't been able to stop thinking about what did Antarctica look like, you know, 40 million years ago when it was a temperate rainforest. Before the whole glaciation thing happened. Look, there's that damn kangaroo fern. Look at that. See that? Just dangling off. Everything covered in moss again. Feels exactly like, you know, Humboldt County, California, coastal Oregon, coastal Washington. fungal diversities through the chain, but it's, it's not the season now. It's summer down here. Okay, it's early December. So, do you like the filmy ferns? See, look, they're so filmy. See how filmy they are? You can almost see right through them. Okay, they almost look like algae. Let's look at the sorry. Oh, the light's not good enough to. There you can kind of see it. Those reproductive structures. See that? God damn. Almost, it does. It looks like a land algae. How about that? You come out here, you drive these roads. See, we're just off the road, and you drive these roads at night. All the brush-tailed possums come out, pademelons. Cute little bastards, okay? Apparently they're not too good at not getting hit by cars, though. The sun's coming out, but it's so dark here. Look at all the spores. I got all the spores now. Growing on this Atherosperma. Is it parasitizing or just eating a dead lag? Oh, it's still alive. Big ass southern sassafras. Look at it. That's a massive Gnothophagus over there. You got your Dicksonia antarctica, the tree ferns, sprouting every which way, growing like damn weeds, beautiful weeds, and a massive old growth Gnothophagus, a massive old growth southern beech. Look at the burl on that thing. Can you imagine how rich the fungal assortment in this soil is? The fungal community is probably off the chain. God damn. Look at these little guys. They look like acorns. See that? It looks like almost like you got those all those bracts. It's like a old involucre, but they look like an inverted acorn. But they're actually from the sassafras, from that Atherosperma moschatum. See that? They smell like it too. You could smell the saffrole in them. Look at this interesting little bastard. Look at it. No gills. Just a bunch of teeth. What do you got in there? I don't even know. It looks like the... who's going at him already? Is that another fungus infecting him? Or is that some sort of damn nematode? Anyway, look at the pores. No gills, just pores. Oh yeah, there's already some guys in there going to town. Is he mycorrhizal? Look at the cap, too. Look at how glabrous. Look at how glabrous and illustrious and shiny. God, what the shit is that? Is that a... Are you a slime mold? Huh? Oh, if I touch it, does it... Oh, it feels very cool and jelly-like. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's nice. Looks almost like snail eggs, kind of. God damn, what the shit? Such a rich forest. How far do you got to go through the duff to get to bedrock? Probably a very thick soil. There's an old regnans. Look at the dainty, delicate leaves of this Gnothophagus. See, it's such a beautiful species. It looks like it's got a nice, nice polypore up there. Oh yeah. Fucking look at this. Look at that. Shedding, just dropping bark. Shedding its bark. Fuck. Ah, how old? What a beast. Yeah, again, see the bark shredded, textured till about, I don't know, 60 feet up the stem, up the trunk, and then it gets smooth. Look at it. All covered in the moss. These could only grow in a very wet environment. Like I said, I tried to grow. I grew one from seed once. Some guy in Washington gave me. I planted it in Oakland. It died in like 3 years. Got to 20 feet tall, though. They grow fast when they're young. All right, just like redwoods. Look at that beautiful trunk. Holy hell. It's some species of Ganoderma forming. Ooh, it feels so cool and jelly-like. There's some large ones under there. How about that? Just eating this dead lag. Look at that massive bastard. Look at it. God damn it. That's the one we were just at the base of over there. Epiphytic asplenium. Look at the texture on it. Ooh, so glabrous. Oh, it also kind of feels like plastic, you know? Like it could be, you know, on a little, you know, at a booth like a fancy Mexican restaurant, maybe. I don't know. You know, look. Anyway, there's a sorry. Look at it. Does that turn you on? Look at them. Look at how juicy they are. Juicy and fluffy. Just dangling right off. What this shit tree is this? Atherosperma, probably, yeah. And down here in the duff, look, we got a species of Pterostylis, very species-rich genus of orchid. Like there's the ovary, inferior ovary. God damn, the orchids of Australia, most of them, almost all of them are in, not all of them, but a lot of them are in Orchidoideae subfamily, the terrestrial orchids, as opposed to Epidendroideae. Ooh, look, you can see the pollinarium back there. See that? The little yellow bastards? Okay, single anther, each theca producing a pollinia. Pollinia plural. Just a little basal leaves, one cauline leaf up the stem, and then you get this mass with the sporophyte right there. See that? You know, you get the whole alternation of generations thing, which is so bizarre compared to flowering plants. See, that's a sporophyte. That's where the little spores come out of. And then you got the atherosperma fruit, the fuzzy shit. See that? God, man, every orchid is like a puzzle. You know, like, what does this do? What pollinates it? You know, it's got some gimmick. It's got some hustle it's doing to get the pollinators in there. You know, every species has a different gimmick, a different hustle, a different shame. Hey, are you a leech? What are you looking for? Oh, you're so cute and kind of gross at the same time. But you're harmless, right? You guys don't transmit any disease. They put you out. You know, if I get punched in the face by anyone for mouthing off, you know, I'll be sure to consult you guys. All right? You're going the wrong way. Come on, over here to your right, to your right. I know you guys. Will you sense the CO2? Come on. Oh, almost got it. Almost got it. There you go. Come on, bait and switch. Bait and switch. There we go. The old bait and switch. Come on. You're not moving fast enough. If only you were fast enough, you'd get that blood meal you so longingly desire. Come on. Come on. How about over here? Okay, now I'm over here. Oh. Look at that. The filmy fern family. Hymenophyllaceae. It's so messy. He drops so much of that bark. Oh man, look at this orchid. This tiny bastard's not putzing around. He's not dicking around. Look at those pollinia are just ready to go. Oh, you see that? Oh, sticky and supple, waiting to get stuck to the back of whatever insect goes in there. Measures out, tops out at about 1.5 inches. Nice basal leaves though. When was Dicksonia antarctica last in Antarctica? How many millions of years ago? You know, I bet the Nothophagus there, they had like a little, they hung on till, you know, 2 or 3 million years ago. That's how old the most recent pollen is for them, the fossil pollen. You know, so maybe they're just growing, he's taking on these creeping alpinized habits, growing along the coast. What about Dicksonia? This showy bastard, okay, so conspicuous. Kind of smells like chlorine. Very pungent chemical smell to it. Look at how those gills continue on down the stipe, too. Decurrent. Well, kind of. They come to a point. Fuck, I don't know. I'm not a mycologist. Interesting little bastard, though. Saprotroph or mycorrhizal. Probably a saprotroph. So there's a regnans right there. First clear money shot we've been able to really see of the whole tree. Wonderful silvery luster. Wonderful blue. How tall is that? Probably 200 feet? There's quite a few more way up. Jesus Christ, it's look at how, look, that one's got to be 300 at least. That's a big old boy, but they kind of taper out at the top. Is that because they have trouble getting all that water up there? They're having plumbing issues, huh? Somebody's been flushing wipes. Here we go, there's some more juveniles, I guess. Still got a ways to go. Look at it. Look at all the bark just draping like tinsel. Have you ever ruined Christmas? Have you ruined anyhow? Have you ruined Easter? Did you ever? No one ruins Halloween. You don't want, no one dare ruin Halloween. But you can ruin Christmas. It's fine. No one gives a shit about Christmas. Well, actually, the little kids do. But I guess in terms of adults, you know. I saw a picture once of a Santa, you know, with a gun to his head, by his own hand, drinking a flask of whiskey. He was obviously, you know, going through some serious, you know, existential problems. You know, I feel for him. I feel for the guy. It was just a guy in a Santa suit. I don't know if it was actually Santa, but it could have been. I don't know who took the photo. You know, there was no credit to it. Look at these massive, massive. God damn it, I love it. Oh, how'd you get up there? You couldn't even get up there. You couldn't get up there. These are a lot harder to climb than the redwoods. because those branches just don't get too big. Massive. How long has regnans been a species? When did it evolve? I wondered that, you know. How long have regnans and Dicksonia and Antarctica been hanging out together? Look at that fucking massive. You know, you couldn't get some hippies up there. How you gonna get them up there? You're gonna have to drone them up there. All right, and that's even then. It's got a max weight of like what, 120. You know, you could probably get some hippies that weigh 120. You're not gonna get any Dagos up there. I tell you that, you're gonna get any Italians up there. Relatively sparse growth, but you've got that main trunk. Wonder what the age is on that. They do grow fast as hell, but that's still such an impressive girth and height. That's easily 270 feet probably. I don't have a clinometer, but you know, just fucking goddamn. The ground's so uneven here. I don't know if a clinometer would really work. Why don't we, you know, they've been cutting this too. There are we walked past a couple clear cuts. Tasmanian clear cuts have tree ferns in them. What are you going to do with eucalyptus wood? It's kind of shit wood, isn't it? You're going to make paper out of it? Paper's going out of style. Paper ain't even going to be people aren't even going to be using paper in a few years. At least I hope not. Fucking waste, you know? You're going to make toilet paper out of it? You should be using toilet paper. Wash your ass with a bidet. It's nasty. You filthy fuck. Again, just a jacket of rough bark up till about 50 feet. Okay, so that's about, I would say that's about 14 feet across, maybe 12 feet across. This is by far the largest one we've seen. How are you going to pump all that water up there? How many fungi are dependent on you? And in turn, of course, you on them, down there in your roots. You got any bacteria too? Probably. You're probably supporting a whole host of organisms, both above ground and below. I don't understand the mentality. You know, I wonder if they got the same thing here that they got up in Washington, where like the rednecks and the hippies, you know, the rednecks are trying to trigger the hippies, and then the hippies are trying to get up in there. You know, you get any just trying to be like an edgelord and talk about how you're going to cut these down. I wonder if they do that here. You know, what would it sound like? You know, I wonder if there's any like shit for brains driving around with those bumper stickers that say "Earth first, we'll get to the other planets later." Probably not. Not with an attitude like that. You're not. You're probably going to go extinct in a few hundred years, you fucking moron. See, look, someone was having a party. See that? They left all the confetti everywhere. There's Ganodermataceae coming up right there. How about that? God, so incredible. You know, how is the range and distribution of this species shifted over time? You know, when there were glaciers in Tasmania, what was this doing? I bet it was more extensive. You know, when it was wetter, how's it going to respond to climate change? The big C word that your grandpa doesn't want to talk about. Climate's always changing. Climate's always changing. Climate's always changing. I wonder. Can't help but wonder. You know, as things dry out. You know, they're probably safe here. You know, Eucalyptus Dicksoniaceae and whatnot in Western Australia, probably not as safe. They require similar conditions, basically temperate rainforest. They can't go any further south up there. They're already up against the ocean. Look at these. Look what fell down from above. Those are floral buds. Of course, you got that quote-unquote operculum, which is basically just a corolla, a bunch of fused petals. Forms a little waxy cap over the sexy parts, and these come off. And then you've basically got a little cup with dozens of stamens. A bisexual flower, a little cup with dozens of stamens, and then a central style right there in the middle, and then that will turn into a little woody capsule. A little woody ovary. Oh, the leaves are somewhat small. I wonder if is this the size of the leaves? I can't even see any. The closest leaves are 100 feet above me, but I wonder if the leaves get smaller the higher up you go too. You know, would make sense according to the laws of physics. Got to be hard to get that plumbing up there. I can't help but think, what kind of fucking Nimrod sees something like this and just wonders how much paper and toothpicks you can make out of it. It's not even good lumber wood. You gotta be a dumb motherfucker to think something like that. You really do. I mean, just not too bright, you know, a couple sandwiches shy of a picnic. It's good for the economy. Economy. Moron, you couldn't come up with something better for your... You couldn't come up with something better to base your economy on? This goddamn fur, what is this, a Blacknum? Blacknaceae? Feels like, again, the foliage feels like plastic. Look at the ridges. Look at the deep ridges and venation in there. Ooh, kind of erotic. Oh, kind of sharp edge, too. Look at the new foliage. Look at it. Circinate vernation. Touch my circinate vernation. Look at all the scales and a fuzz. And then right here is the fertile frond. See that? It doesn't really leaf out, but it's got the sori on it and it produces the spores. But these little leaves, they won't get any bigger. Oh yeah, look at the fruits on the Ganodermataceae. Huh? You ever wonder what a Ganodermataceae fruit looks like? What a southern beach fruit looks like? You can still see the old style, that pink thing on top of this ovary. With all those cute little appendages on them. Looking like just little bracts, little filaries. I mean, they're not filaries, of course, because this isn't Asteraceae. But I'm just saying, got a similar thing going on. Look at that. A nice money shot of a Ganodermataceae Cunninghamiae fruit. I guess most of the diversity for this genus is in New Guinea. But that's a very dangerous place to go, you know? Or so I hear. I don't know. I'd probably still try to go there. But make sure I got a last will and testament. You know, you should do that anyway, just in case. You get a life insurance policy on your ass, you know? Make sure it pays well. You know, for people can collect after you dip out. What is this guy so mad about? Whoa! Hey, chill it with the dude! Fucking guys, they're biting me through my pants. Look at that. That's like the size of a red-tailed hawk. Huh? Get you fucking... You know, I didn't see any more leeches, which makes me kind of sad. All right, leeches are fun and festive. Okay, mosquitoes are just all the pain with no festivities, no party. Okay, fuck mosquitoes. All right, I'm all for that, you know, creating male-only generations, creating the suicide generations, the genetic engineering. I'm all for that. All right, they pollinate some stuff. Actually, they pollinate a lot of stuff, but other stuff can do the job just as well. The mosquitoes have just been actually pretty bad here. Mosquitoes the size of hawks. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. You know what? Maybe you could, it'd be fun to have like a leech race, you know? You get like 8 of them lined up, you know? And put them on draw like a little mini racetrack and then race them, you know? Everyone's egging them on. You get like, you know, 15 people to watch, you know, make bets. And then the winning leech gets the feed. Just a thought, you could do that, you know? They're cute. They're real cute. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Hopefully you had fun meeting the tallest flowering plant in the world. What a fucking beast. What a wonderful beast. Anyway, that's all I got. If you have a good rest of the evening, afternoon, morning, whatever the shit time it is wherever you are. I know right now it's like 5 p.m. in the States. All right, go fuck yourself. Bye. Look at that. There you go. Eucalyptus regnans with the juvenile leaf form, because these are young trees, all right? Generally shade intolerant. They get narrower and not as ovate up top. They stay asymmetrical though. But remember, all the eucs got dimorphic leaves, all right? Different leaves when they're young versus when they're mature. So as they mature, these become a lot narrower. Heteroblasty. Right? What is the cause for that? It's been, you know, I guess it's been theorized something to do with hydraulic stress. There was a paper that actually came out about this. About what's the adaptive benefit of 2 different leaf forms. But, how many, look at all the oil glands. Can you see the oil glands? Oh, yeah. All the volatiles. Oh, I know this one. I know this one just from seeing it being invasive in California. It's the clichéd dealbata. Look at extra floral nectaries on that rachis right there in between those leaves. See that? All right, looks like beetles have been munching on this guy. Flowers in the spring can be confused with Acacia Myrtaceae, which flowers later and is not as glaucous. Tall tree here. Look at it. Look how beautiful and smooth the bark is on that acacia. Look, it almost looks like a birch, like some of the birches you see in some of the suburban lawns planted here. Again, why are you planting non-native shit? You got some of the coolest flora in the world. Okay, you got windbag guineas like me coming down here to check out your plants, and you're going to plant shit that belongs in Northern Europe. The fuck's wrong with you? You know, it's a human compulsion. People everywhere do this stupid shit. I mean, look at that beautiful, beautiful bark on this acacia. God damn it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that scenic? I feel like I'm in Northern California. Ah, beautiful. Anyway, and over here, we got some sort of damn composite, perhaps an Olearia, just growing out of a sheer rock wall. Let's get a nice money shot of the undersides of those leaves. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that golden velvet. And you got a, what is it, a multi-seriate involucre? How many series of phyllaries? Quite a few. Oh, yeah, a little bit of purple in there. Those yellow styles poking out. Ligulate flowers. What do the styles on the ligulate flowers look like? Oh, they just look little hairs. Coming out of this, what is this? This is like a welded tuft or something? No, I don't know. Conglomerate? Some sort of damn conglomerate? How about that? See, they got clear cuts down here too. That's impressive, isn't it? But you got your Dicksonia tree ferns coming up in them. How about that? See, that's not bad. Oh, see, they're replanting. See, they're replanting them. So they got tree ferns here, and they also got tiger snakes. All right, your clear cuts in Washington and Oregon don't have tiger snakes in them, do they? You got the cold tolerant cobras in Washington. No, that'd probably be a really terrible invasive species if anyone were to if anyone were to introduce them. It could be like a bioterror blitz. Just release, you know, 40 tiger snakes throughout Western North America. 40 breeding pairs. Anyway, there's that acacia again. See, oh look, it's covered in these little beetles. How about that? Beautiful beetles. They're really going to town on it, though. Look at that. There's a massive pomaderus I was just showing you. Look how big they get. Look at it, just covered in flowers. God damn, it's a 20-foot tall tree buckthorn. How's that? When did it branch off from the rest of the lineage? How many dozens of millions of years ago? Look, see, those beetles are all over this pomaderus, too. Little spider. Looks like he got lunch. Petals reflexed and those scales on everything. Scale like trichomes.